This week's program contains music by Richard Strauss, Geert van Keulen, Gustav Mahler and Hugo Wolf. What is the connection between those composers? Why do they fit so well together in one program?
The connection is the death. Because Mahler was a composer from, I have to say it in German, from Weltschmerz. Maybe you understand what I mean. And the songs of Van Keulen, of course, the background is the death of the daughter of the poet. Hugo Wolf, Penthesilea, is the death and the fight between Penthesilea and Achilles. And have you forgotten one piece?
Don Juan.
Don Juan, yeah. Thank you. Don Juan, he is the end of a scelerato, of a bad person. The death of Don Giovanni.
It is the first time to conduct the Concertgebouw Orchestra, if I understood it correctly.
Yes, I was several times here with other orchestras, but the first time with this orchestra. And that's wonderful because sometimes there are orchestras which to work with them is not so easy, but here it was from the first moment very good communication and a very concentrated rehearsal atmosphere.
Mr. van Keulen, you have a longer and more extensive relationship with the Concertgebouw Orchestra. Can you tell something about that?
It's a very long relationship, yes. I played 40 years in this orchestra as bass clarinet player. Before I'm retired now. Before that I played from 1966 until 2006 in this orchestra.
And how is working with the orchestra from within?
Different. But during that period I was also active as a composer, so also I was on that side of the music stand before, and but it's it's exciting to hear my old orchestra again now after so many years.
Your 5 tragische lieder are composed on texts by the Dutch writer Anna Enquist.
Yes.
Why did you choose those texts? What do they mean to you?
I chose those texts because the poet asked me if those poems were something for me to compose song, and at that time they were not yet published, and she sent me some 15 poems, and I chose 5 of them to use as text for these songs.
And why did she ask you? Did you know?
I know her personally, and I hope she thinks I'm a good composer. So. I think that should be the best reason.
And why did you use a translation in German?
I try to say it shortly, in a short manner. First of all, because I was quite involved in the things that happened around these poems. It was about her daughter who died, and I knew them very well personally. So I think, in my opinion, for me, it was better to have the texts about those things in another language than my own language. So it came, in a sense, too close to me. And then I think I can compose better. That's first. Second, I think German is, as a language to sing, for me, nicer and better than Dutch, not to speak, but to sing. And I think German is an international language, which is, I think, is also important if you want to have your work performed by other artists.
Is this the first time you're going to hear your composition for real?
I heard it yesterday when the orchestra was rehearsing with Mr. Zagrosek, but without a singer at that time.
And how is it to hear it for the first time?
It's always exciting. But I must say that the orchestra part I had already in my head, but I think I'm very curious how the singer will be, and of course he is the most important part in the whole, so I'm looking forward for that very much.